App is just straight from Google.
It's a website that I
Okay.
use. I'm sure there's an app, but I don't use it. I do it from
Yeah, they have an app out there. It's just straight from.
it's
Okay. So it's not something. So you download it from Google.
I'm on NADEX.com, a website,
Okay.
just like the other brokers that we've been using. Pocketoption.com is a website, raceoption.com is a website. So I'm here on the website. I'm
Oh,
on the website. You didn't create your account yet, then that means
still can't get into it, so I have to use that
still can't get into what?
into my email. So I have to use that
I,
Yahoo that I.
I don't think that you need an I you don't I just go to nadex.com. Let me copy and paste it in the chat. So there you have the website and go through the process to create an account. Okay? Not now.
Oh, okay. Not no. I was trying to
No,
do it now.
not
Okay.
now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
Yeah, I'm on it there.
okay.
Trade
So,
fast base market. Yeah, go ahead.
so NADEX is it's a US regulated broker. It's the only US regulated broker for binary options. Oh, and I'm being rude. I need to say hello to everyone out there on YouTube. I'm not paying attention to the chat for the moment. I'm just going to be focused on what I'm doing here. So from time to time I'll take a look, but I won't have my eyes glued on there. So don't think I'm being rude. Let me oh, okay, there we go. So yeah. So I have the chat up. Hey guys, and I see we have one person already on there. All right, so NADEX, as I was saying, it's a US regulated broker. It's the only US regulated broker. In our trading community, we've had some instances of people growing their binary options accounts and then having problems when it comes to withdrawals. Some people, they've even had their accounts flagged for suspicious activity. So all that hard work, doing their analysis, executing trades, having successful completions, they haven't been able to get that money back. They'll get emails telling them, "Oh, suspicious account, so we're closing your account and we're just going to give you back your deposit. What's your Bitcoin address?" So you don't have to worry about something like that with this broker because it's regulated in the US. And for those of you that are not in the US who want to use NADEX, just research and see if that broker is available in whatever country you're in, because I believe it's available in 31 countries around the world. So plenty of opportunity, right? And we have some more people joining. Welcome, welcome everyone. Now, the login process, hold on 1 second. I gotta stop sharing. I gotta make sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. There we go. Okay. The login process, it's not too complicated. All right. Let's go again. So in creating an account, I can tell you for the US side, um, you're gonna have to give them your social, or if you want to do it like a business, you can use an EIN. Either one is fine. You fund it using your debit card, or you can fund it using your bank account, routing number and account number. You can do it that way either as well. Sorry. Um, I started trading last month, December. Of course, I practiced in the demo first. Then I moved over to the real account. And, because of all the trouble that there was with the other broker, I decided to take a withdrawal. So I'm like, okay, let me withdraw $100. It goes right back to your card. You don't have to be thinking about any wallet, anything like that. Quite simple process. So I really love it. So I'm gonna use the demo account. So it takes just a couple, maybe a day for them to verify stuff. And they are good at being in touch. Like when you create an account, they're gonna reach out to you. They want to make sure that everything is good. They're gonna reach out to you, right? Um, don't worry about it when you see a notification, or a missed call, all of that. Yeah, Luke, you're co-signing. And I know Latoya, you're on here as well. You've also received calls from NADEX. Yeah, they follow up. I don't know why they're so attentive, but they are when you just get started. And I guess you can take comfort with that because, aside from that, the other brokers, you'd never get to speak to a human. Like this person told me, hey, yeah, my name is Chris, and you can call me here. And I did end up needing assistance because I tried to use NADEX back in January of this year, and it just seemed so confusing to me. I couldn't even figure out where the chart was. Like, look, we're in NADEX right now, and there is no chart. I'm like, how do you find the chart? I didn't take the time to um research it and find out. So I just abandoned it. My bad. Here I am now at 2022, and it's amazing. We have people joining. So when you log on, it's gonna look like this, right? And it will be on binary options. You can also do call spreads, you can do knockouts. And honestly, I don't know what those things are. I won't pretend to know. Like, of course, I know what indices, Forex, blah, blah are, but it's under knockouts. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to show you how to use the NADEX platform to do binary options. And under binary options, you can do indices, Forex, events, cryptocurrency, and commodities. So you have a number of options. Now, here's a 5-minute duration. You can do 5-minute trades. I personally do not like the 5-minute trades, so I'm not doing that. Um, you remember, some of you on here are from my team. There are other guests on, but we're all one big group. I wanted to share this with everybody. Um, you could be in a trade, let's say GBP, JPY, for instance, and I'm not friends with GBP, quite frankly. We are enemies. I don't do anything with them. And the reason being, I could be in a profitable trade and I could turn around to get a glass of water, and I look back and the trade that I was just about to clear in 2 seconds, I lost it. you know? So I'm not down with GBP. I'm not down with taking short time frame trades anymore because there's that chance of getting that spike out. With the way that I trade now using NADEX, I don't have to worry about any kind of spike outs. That doesn't exist in the world that I live in right now. I'm going to show you. I hope that you will like what you see. So you're looking at the binary options, you're going to select Forex, right? If that's what you like. And you're going to see the pairs. Now, They just have a certain set of pairs to choose from. AJ, AU, EG. I'm not friends with EG with GBP, so I'm not doing that. EJ. I took an EJ trade today and yesterday. EU, GJ, not friends. GU, UCAD, UCHEF, UJ, and then they have the US versus the Mexican dollar or peso. Sorry, the Mexican peso, right? So say you decide that you want to go into Euro USD, they give you the expiration time, right? So looking at this, you can get in a trade that started at 3 p.m. It's going to expire at 5 p.m. And I'm Eastern Standard Time, so it's 4:17 now. So we know that trade expires in 42 minutes and whatever seconds. There's a trade expiring at 7 p.m., 11 p.m., 3 a.m., 7 a.m., and so on and so on. The success that I've been having lately is getting in trades around 3 or 4 a.m. to expire at 3 in the afternoon. And I just had another one of those days today where it was a successful completion, right? So once you decide on what time you want your trade to expire, you click on it. So say we want to be in this one expiring at in 41 minutes, then here are the prices, right? So that's EU we're in. EU, let's pretend that we think price is going to be going up, right? The question is, will the Euro USD finish higher than 1.1314 at 5 p.m.? And the prices are here. That's what I selected. So do I think price is going to finish higher than this line? If the answer is yes, I would press yes to buy. If the answer is no, I don't think it's going to finish higher. I think it's going to finish lower. I'd press no to sell. And price just needs to stay above or below the line until 5 p.m. for me to make a profit. Sounds simple enough, right? Now, once you enter the trade, all right, we have more people coming in. But once we enter the trade, let's say I'm going to say, all right, let me ask somebody out there. And this is just a guessing game. Let's see who we have here. Miss Haley, you answer. Do you think price is going to finish above this line? Or you think it's going to finish below this line by 5 o'clock? We have like 40 minutes to go.
To do bit. I'm on my phone. Hold on. Let me turn it. Okay. Okay, below.
You think, so the answer, you say no, it's going to finish down here. So we would hit the sell because it says no, and then you place the order, right? So that means I got in this trade and I got in for $12.50. So $12.50 came out. So if this expires as she says, and it's below this line, we're gonna get $100. Each trade, once you're successful in the trade, the payout is $100. So since it's $12.50, you minus $12.50 from 100, and that tells you how much you actually get. So let's just say it was $20. You would be getting back the $20 plus 80 to make the 100. So $12.50. I don't want to embarrass myself trying to do math. Somebody can drop the answer in the chat if they if they know the answer. All right. So, and that's all there is to it. So after showing you this, you may want to know, but suppose I want to wager more. Like if you have a big account, you want to risk more than $12 to make 100. So once you have the trade idea, it makes sense to you. You can enter as much of them as you like. So right now I entered the one, that's one contract, but I can do that. So I could enter it 3 times. So that would be like $36. I place the order. So I'm in it 4 times now. So you see it says position. I'm in 4 positions and it just needs to stay below this line by 5 o'clock and I will have a successful trade. That's all. So with that price, you see it says minus $28 here. So I got in $12. We're in 4 trades. So 4 12, that's $48, right? So I'm risking $48 for this one trade, but I can always get out early. Let's say I decide that no, that's wrong because we see this looks like price is going up. So chances are price will end up above this line because we see an uptrend here, right? So I would guess up. So, oh, it's a mistake. I'm going to lose 40 something dollars. You have the option of closing out early. You see here, it says close, can hit close, and you close the position. And now you're out of that trade. So you don't have to lose that money. You don't have to lose as much as you risk. You're just going to lose a little bit. Does that make sense? Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a total
Still
loss.
with you.
Did somebody say they're lost?
I said so that it won't be a total loss.
Oh, you said, oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I want to know if I had to repeat, because I will repeat if anybody needs me to repeat anything. Right. So that's basically how it's done. Right. So let's say we decide to get into something else. Let's say we decide to get into EJ, right? And we're going to be in till 7 p.m. You select it. And this is after you've done your analysis already. Then you're going to choose what you want to get into, right? So I chose the one where it's going to be $64, right? So why does it cost $64? Do you want to risk $64? Like $64, you're still going to get paid out $100. So now at $65, your profit will be a little bit less. It's still a nice size profit, but no, I don't want that. I need more than that well, actually it's not good. It's 50%. I don't want to get 50%. I want to enter trades where I'm going to make 200% profit, 300% profit. In order to get those kind of profits, you want to enter your trades out of the money. Right now, we're in the money. Because the question is, will Euro JPY finish higher than 130.30? Right? That's here. It's already above it. So you're already in profit. So that's why and the further in profit it goes, the more expensive it is. So you don't want to get into in the money trades. You want to get into trades while they're out of the money. And then you want it to eventually go in the money. And that's how you'll make the biggest payouts. Because imagine if you had gotten in on this candle and by the end of it, it finishes up here, right? That's a bigger payout, right? So that's what my focus is, to get into out of the money trades And by the time the trade is over, I'm in the money. So that's why I've been getting into trades for 12 hours to give it time to get into the money. So I got to do my analysis in order to make that happen. So let me show you how I do it, because it's now going to be a little bit different than the 3 minute or 5 minute trades that we were doing all the time. So, okay, this tradingview.com. This is a free site. A lot of traders use this site all around the world to get into trades, right? There is a paid version. The paid version gives you added features, example, more alerts options, because with the free version, you can only have one alert at a time, right? You can't have multiple alerts. Now, this is a trade that I was in with my team. I did this trade twice. I did this trade twice, actually. I took this trade yesterday when it broke out here. When you want to get in a trade, you want to wait for the break, the close, the break, close, retest, and then you get in, right? That's how you want to get in a trade. So I took this trade. This is a level of support turned, no, a level of resistance over to the left. Oh, wait. It was a level of support. It became resistance. So I needed it to become support again, right? So it broke out, broke up, came back down. It broke through. I waited for the retest and I got in earlier today. I also got in when it was down here yesterday and cleared somehow. Not somehow, because of my expert analysis, right? So what I do to analyze, I do top-down analysis. I start on the weekly chart. So to see what's the trend. I want to see what the trend is. So clearly we're in an uptrend, right? So I started from here, the wick, to wick. 2 touches makes it a trend, right? So I did that. Then I go down to the daily and I'm going to find the trend up again. So I went from wick to wick on the daily, and then on the 4 hour, I look for the counter trend. Okay, so now I see. The counter trend was down here. So it's an uptrend, right? But this was going down. And it was 3 touches, 1, 2, 3 touches for this. So what you're waiting for is for price to break out of the counter trend, to go back into the trending direction. Because remember, we are in an uptrend when you look at it from the weekly. And the banks, hedge funds, all those big players, they're looking at the market on the weekly and the daily. They're not looking on it at the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, the 5 minutes. That's what the retailers are doing. We are retail traders, but I want to trade more like the banks, because they are the ones that really have the influence. They're the ones that determine the direction that the market is going in. So I want to follow what they're doing, right? So once I got my area, once it broke out, we're in that uptrend, I set my alarm for where I want to enter, and I'm going to do a markup on a clean chart and see if we can find a trade idea that I will execute tomorrow. Because my trading right now, I just want to get in a trade around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to expire at 3 p.m. That's what's been working for me. So I'll just be sticking with that, right? So once you know what area, from the box, I set my alert here so that when it happens, so I had set an alert right here, right? Just add alert. So once that alert went off, when this green candle broke, it came up, but I didn't get in right away because you want it to break, you want it to close, retest, and then you get in. So that's like the break bounce retest, Latoya, right? So when it first crossed the line, I got that trigger. I checked, the candle was only 2 hours in. I'm on the 4-hour chart. So I wasn't gonna get in. I needed to wait to make sure that it broke through. A little after that, it was back down here again. So I just was like, you know what? Let me set an alert for the end of the 4 hours, and I'll see whether or not the candle actually closed above. Because if it doesn't close above, it's not a valid thing to be looking at. It's not valid, right? So, but it did work out in my favor ultimately, because look, I had to wait. It was a wait, right? But when it came back here, I entered and I was able to have my successful trade. It was a 3-candle rule that I followed. So on a 4-hour chart, 3 candles, 4 times 3 is 12. So I'm in the trade for 12 hours, right? And same thing with today. I got in a little late. I think I got in around 5 o'clock this morning. Some of my teammates got in a little bit later, but that's because price pulled back, because price is constantly moving. So there were opportunities for them to jump in. I actually jumped in twice. I was in 2 positions because I got in initially. When price pulled back, I decided, hey, let me get in again. So I closed 2 positions today, right? So, and by 3 o'clock, it was a successful completion. Anybody have any questions about my analysis? I'm gonna do one, but what does anybody have any questions? No? All right, let's see. Oh, and you can type your questions or you can unmute yourselves. You have a question about the profit, Drissa?
Yes, thank you for the
Okay.
presentation. The profit you were showing, I couldn't get it quite well. You were saying
Okay.
like if you invest like $12, I didn't see the percentage of the profit, like the return on the investment.
Okay. All right. So look at this right here. So say you get in for $76 right now, right?
Okay.
The probability in the money is 70% because you're already in profits, right?
Okay.
So with that, the return on investment is only 27.27%. So because you're risking 70 something, you're gonna make 20 something dollars once you clear 23. It fluctuates. You're gonna make the difference from what you invest to the $100. So when you're in the money, your return on investment is going to be low because the probability that you're gonna clear it is high.
Oh,
Let's say, all right, for whatever reason, they don't want, let's say, all right, let's look at this one. It's $26 for this right now. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm back. Okay. So when you're already in the money, the payout is not going to be that high.
Okay.
The further out of the money you are, is the better the payout will be. You can get paid out 300%, right? Let's look.
I don't understand that term, in the money and out the money.
Okay, in the money means you're already in profit.
Okay.
If the question, will Euro JPY finish higher than 131.40 at 7 p.m.? That's this line. Will it finish higher? Are we higher than this line right now? No. So we're not in the money. We're out of the money currently, right? But if we ask the same question here, will Euro JPY finish higher than 131.20? It's already in profit. So we're in the money. So the payout is pitiful here. Out of the money. Diana, you go ahead, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, I just didn't want to interrupt, I wanted to make sure that her question was answered. So really quick about being in and out the money, does that have to do with, like if you're in the money, is it because you're closer to that trade closing and you're already, I just say in the money, in profit, versus when you're out of the money is because you have a longer time to get it, to be in this trade and make that profit. So that's why they pay you more.
In the money or out of the money has nothing to do with how long, however much time you have. It just has to do with whether or not you're physically positioned in the profit. You're in the money if you're above the area that you need to finish in, or vice versa.
That to consider the blue line.
Yes, well, blue line, when it's a buy, if it's a sell, it's a red line. So here, you're not in the money, you're out of the money because you need to be below. The question, will Euro JPY finish higher than 131.20 at 7 p.m.? If you think, no, it won't be higher, you think it will be lower, then you think it's gonna be down here, this would be in the money in that instance. So right now you're out of the money. And the best trades happen for you when you start out of the money for it to eventually come in the money by completion.
Okay.
Right? So right now you see the maximum return on investment is 734.04%, right? Because you're out of the money. So who wants a 700% payout? I do, So yeah. But it's something that I don't think it really can happen for you if you're in 5-minute trade. I mean, it can, but it can't happen for me. Let me just put it that way. I don't think that is something that can happen for me being in a 5-minute trade. I tried it and I lost $80, and I don't want to keep losing $80, So I just will stay away from that. I like being in the trade for 12 hours because when I do get into profits, I'm miles into profit. So even if something happens like today, we were in this Euro JPY trade. Let me show you. We were in Euro JPY and then news happened. So we went from being up here, and this doesn't look like a big move, but it was a huge move. It was a huge move that happened. It was this that happened. Now, we know you when we do those short-term trades, you know what this can do to you, right? But I had started hours earlier, down somewhere down here, to be all the way up here. So when it fell like that, it didn't affect me. I didn't have to blink an eye. So, you know, you enter your trade, you go about your business. You don't have to think about this trade. You can carry on, go to the beach if you're in the Caribbean. I'm here in New York, I'm freezing. I don't like that. But wherever you are, you just do what you have to do. Those of you who have a job, you do your job. You don't have to worry about it. Um, but also, when you're in profit, some of you have people that you mentor, and when you're showing them the ropes about the brokers, one question will be, oh, can I take my profits? Because when you enter the trade and you're in profits, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, you want to close out. But with other brokers, typically, for the most part, you have to wait until that time expires before you can get out. Here, you can close out early and secure your profits. So just like I showed you right at the start, how to exit to minimize loss, on the flip side, when you're in profit, you'll have the profit and loss here. When you're in profit, you don't have to stay until 3 p.m. Like I have somebody who was in this same Euro JPY, and she risked $20, and when she was up to $60 in profit, she just decided, oh, can I close? I'm like, yeah, if you want to close out, go ahead and and close it out. Yeah, it was her first trade ever, and she was feeling a little nervous. I'm like, oh, go ahead and close it out. Me personally, because I trusted in my analysis, I was confident that 3 o'clock was gonna come and I was still gonna be in profit. So I'm staying till the end, because when you close out early, um, you're going to make less. Um, in my case, I was gonna make $70 less, and I didn't want to sacrifice the $70. I wanted my full payout. I was in 2 trades, so I wanted to be paid out the $200. It was telling me 130 for the longest. Eventually, it said 140, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna hold out. I want the whole thing, right? So that's what I did. I waited, and what I like about it as well, if and I only want to do trades between the teens and $30 max. The maximum I want to risk is $30. I'm not risking anything more. I want $70 or more in profits for any one trade idea. Okay. And the thing about it, when I'm what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Okay. But yeah, you guys get the picture. Um, the profits are just phenomenal. Once you get the hang of it, there's no end to what you can do. So, and these profits, they start before you even get up to the line. So say you entered up here. Right? All right, let's say here. So, oh wait, no. Say you enter here and you're gonna take this entry for $25, right? This doesn't make any sense. Right, so you enter here and you're far away. Hold on. You're entering all the way down here. Let's pretend that you're not here. Pretend that you're down here. The further away you are, the less that you pay. So say you're paying $7, right? But you're gonna always start with a negative value. Right? Let's take that trade. So we'll see. So we see it's $6 minus $6, right? So as you're getting closer to being actually in the money, the amount drops. So $3. If I close out right now, $3. Eventually, you'll be in the green before you're in profit, like down here. So you could end up being here, coming from all the way down here, and be in profit, like maybe $20, you know. And everybody should have a trading plan, so you know what your goal is for the day, how much money you want to make. And say you were short $20 to get into your goal. Once you hit that, you see you have that $20, you can close out and secure those winnings. And it never even got up to the price that you made that wager that, okay, price is gonna get to here by X time. You can secure your wins before it even gets there, because just because price has been moving towards that direction, right? But of course, no matter how far you start, if you start down here and it takes 10 years to come up, you will never surpass the maximum that they'll pay out. I think there's maybe a cap. Um, so say you enter for $20 and it comes to maybe $60, it won't go any further than that, because 60 plus 20, that's $80. And the maximum you get paid out once you're successful with a trade is $100. They're not gonna have you just making money the closer you get to profit. Make sense?
So, question there: if you trade $1, it's $100 payout, and if you trade $100, it's $100 payout. Is that correct?
Well, there's no $100 entry. If you trade $99, it's a 25 cents payout, or a dollar payout. Let's see. Now this is 99.75, right? So what's the payout? 25 cents. You see that? Because the payout is $100. 99.75 plus 25 cents is $100. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you don't get to choose
Oh,
your price. You get to choose from the prices that are here. And like I said, the entries that I'll do is between the teens to my cutoff is 30s. I'm not risking more than $35 maximum is what I will risk for any one trade.
It's got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So if you risk $30 and that trade goes, say you were risking $30 for a call and it just dropped down, how much can you lose? Is it a set amount you can lose?
You can only lose the $30 that you risk maximum, but you can reduce the amount that you lose by closing out early. Like right now, this trade, I risked $34.75.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in profit. So if I close it out now, I would only have lost $6.25.
Okay.
But you can wait. That's why I like to do the 12-hour trades to see what can happen.
Yes.
And yeah. I saw your message earlier about your 5-minute trades. I was showing, I don't know if you were here when I did the breakdown of how I do my analysis. Let me actually do a live one right now with everybody so you guys can see exactly how I do it. Remove this. So let's look at AUD JPY, for instance. Let me remove drawings. Okay. So of course I'm gonna look at it on the weekly time frame Let me see these questions. Yay, show us the money. Okay. Of course, I'm going to look at it on the weekly first and foremost, because that's what the banks and hedge funds look at. I want to look at it the way they look at it, because ultimately they're the ones that really decide what happens. Okay. So what trend is this? Looking at it on this weekly time frame, somebody tell me, is it trending up? Is it exactly. It's in an uptrend. So I'm going to, I could do from down here up, right? From the wick to the body there. All right, let me close that. To the body here. Let me move this over. All right. 2 touches makes a trend. So that's an uptrend on the weekly. I need to see it trending up in the daily. I'll drop down. Do we see an uptrend that I can draw? Yeah, right here. So I go here. 2 touches. So I touching this candle and touching the wick here, right? And then I would go down on the 4-hour and look for the counter trend. I'm really not seeing a counter trend, so we're gonna move on. Okay. The only counter trend is this. It broke out of that long time ago. So we would have missed this idea. You see that? We missed this because it was trending down. It already broke out. So this is a trade idea missed, but I actually got this last week. Not all of this, but some of it, yeah. I got in that last week. So let's look at AU. I got this last week as well. So let's see if we can get something today. So on the weekly, we see that this is a downtrend, right? Do we agree? It's a downtrend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we go from the red, that was a body, to the red wick on the weekly. On the daily, downtrend. So here, 2 touches is a trend. There we have, right? 1 touch, 2 touches. And then we drop down to the 4-hour and we need to find the counter trend. And what do we see here? This is a counter trend, right? Move this over. So green, green to green, right? So the green candle, that's what I put it on, right? Because it's trending up. I'm gonna go based on the green. Maybe I go like this. Oh no, I can't go like that. I gotta go like that. Like that. Okay. So that's the counter trend. So we needed to break out of this to the downside, break the counter trend. And then we have to find a level of support that's going to break through. Let me just make the box. bring it all the way over. Please. Let's bring it over. Now this could take a while, right? So let me make it bigger and make sure I have it right. So we see that this is a level of support, right? So over here, it also bounced here and went up. So we need price to not only break down here, we need it to break down here. We need price to come down here, break through, come up, and then go down. And we'll take it going down. So we'd set an alert. Oh, I can't set an alert. So I'd set an alert here. Oh. Alert on AU. So it needs to break this, retest, and then I'd be taking this down. Since I'm on the 4-hour chart, 4 3 is 12, I'd be taking it for 12 hours. And like I said, I like to get into my trades around 3, 4 a.m. during the London session to be out during the New York session. That's what I do, right? Now, maybe 12 hours is just too long. I get it because we're accustomed to those 3-minute, 1-minute, 5-minute trades. But with those 3-minute trades, 5-minute trades, you know, some of these clears are like cardiac clears, like you're having a heart attack, your heart pounding for the trade to be over. And just when you're getting ready to celebrate, here comes this spike that's taking you out. We don't have to worry about that with these things because it travels so much in the 12 hours. Make sense? So if you don't want to be in a trade for 12 hours, you don't have to start from the weekly. You can start from the daily. So let's look at Euro GBP. I hate GBP. Oh, what did I do? Let's see. Will this fix it? How do I get rid of this? Okay, there we go. What you can do the same top-down analysis, but instead you start on the daily. And we see that price is in a downtrend, right? So same thing. Downtrend. Daily, go to the 4-hour. Red wick. I'll go like this. Let's go like that. And then on the 1 hour, you're looking for the counter trend. So that's right now to me, this looks like that was a counter trend, right? And it's already broken out of it, breaking to the downside. So let's look for that level of support that's gonna break and become resistance if we can find it. We can't find it. Let me see. Let me put a line here. And move. Oh, wow. So I put the line and it's actually up here. So yeah, I couldn't find a box. So what that says to me, let me see. Let me just do the box here. Oh yeah. No. So it would have to break down here. It'll have to come down here. Come up. And then we'll take it down. Does that make sense? And with this, in so the 3 candle rule, that's 3 hours. But the educator, J. Wall, that I learned this analysis from, he's now talking about 6 candle rule. So it would be 6 candles, which I feel more comfortable being in the trade for 6 hours as opposed to 3. Now that I've seen what 12 hours can do. Right. So on the 4-hour chart, I'm not doing 6 candles. That is way too long. That would be 24 hours I'd be in the trade. But on the 1 hour, I'll do the 6 candle. So you'd be in for 6 hours. Once it breaks and closes below this level, you wait for the retest, and then you'd get in to the south side. For those of you who follow the continuation pattern, M's and W's, maybe you want to look into that. See, if I'm in for 12 hours, that has the W forming, the M forming rather. W is if you're gonna continue to the north side. M is gonna bring you down, right? So that's what you'll be waiting on. Any questions?
What I'm looking at there, is that forming W or a M? Wouldn't
It's
that be a W right there?
I'm just saying we needed to break down here. You wait for the retest and then you take it to the south side. You're not there yet. You need to let me know when you finish watching the videos. We need to jump back on and do our one-on-one to talk about
Okay.
trading view. So you're not there yet. Okay, that's a little bit more advanced, but the basic concept, you want it to break structure, right? Right now, this is the counter trend. It's broken it, but we needed to break the floor. Floor becomes the ceiling, because you sell the floor in a downtrend. In an uptrend, you buy the roof. I know that a lot of people watch videos on YouTube and they're like, buy the floor, sell the ceiling. Actually, you wanna buy the ceiling, you wanna sell the floor. That's really the best way to do it. I consolidation, that's you never know when it's gonna break out. You trade with the trend. That's my philosophy, you know. So you buy the ceiling of an uptrend, you sell the floor of a downtrend. So we wanted to break past this floor, retest, and keep going. So now what was once the floor will then be the ceiling. So we're gonna sell this, you know, and take it down. Down to the money. Yeah. But yeah, does anybody have any questions? I think that's about it. We've been on here for a little over an hour. I think I've gone through everything. I have it live streaming on YouTube. So, you know, I already did one video, so there will be this one as well. A few more questions were asked here. So maybe, I don't know which one you'll think will be best. If you notice, it says that we are closed, right? The exchange is closed. NADEX actually closes at 5 p.m. It will reopen at 6, I believe. Okay. So then you can start trading again at 6 o'clock. But yeah, when the day switches over, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the close of one day, the start of the new day. So this is the new candle starting, right? So this candle was 4 hour, sorry. Let me go to the daily. So this new candle is supposed to be here. You won't see it until the NADEX reopens, but this now is this is yesterday's candle. It's a new day now. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard in New York is actually the close of yesterday, the start of the next day. Because remember, this is global. Forex is traded all around the world. It's different times all over. So it's the start of the new day right now. So for me personally, I don't find myself being in trades past 5 o'clock because I know that things are switching over. And I think that's a good practice for everyone. But I can only suggest. But yeah, any other questions, guys? If there are no questions, that's going to be it for this overview. Thank you for joining me out there in YouTube land. I will see you guys soon. I'm gonna stop that live stream.